Hello and welcome to the Fisher Protocol, the show where saying The Who is the greatest band of all time is not subjective, but everything else is. Please take a quick second to like, subscribe, and share with your Who-minded friends. The Who is a passion of ours. This is more of a personal journey and no money is made from these videos. So liking and subscribing lets us know we are not alone in Wholand. Constructive feedback is always welcome either in the comments below or at fisherprotocol@gmail.com. And I spout Who-related content on Twitter and Instagram at Fisher Protocol. I am Ethan. I am joined today by my best Who friend, Tom. We do not claim to be experts, just two guys who like to talk about the greatest rock and roll band of all time, The Who. Hey, buddy.
What's going on, man?
Oh, you know, it's sellout time. It's sellout holidays.
It's crazy, right?
Crazy. Before we get started, we have some more people subscribed to the channel. We took a big jump. We have over 100 subscribers, so, thank you. Welcome. We actually did a giveaway for one of the Who sellout slip mats, which has yet to arrive. Much like my Who sellout CDs have yet to arrive. When did you order those? When did you order that?
Last week.
Okay, I ordered mine like 4 months ago. Okay, so I just wanted to say that.
I think that's the problem for some people.
For sure. So I have slip mats for me and a contest winner coming from somewhere. Ooh. They're lost. There's no delivery date yet, even though there was for the past 2 days. But keep. We love the feedback. We live off the feedback. It gets exciting for us. Send us that feedback. After today's Who Deluxe review, and we're gonna get into it in 1 second. We're gonna take a little summer break. We'll probably be back in a couple months and do something, but it's just getting extra busy over here. And after all this hoopla, after the Who sell out, we're just going to take a little bit of summertime, but we'll be back. Cool. So let's get into it. The Who Sellout Deluxe 2021 came out on Friday on the same simultaneous release as the Who Sellout classic albums, which you got a chance to see. Yep. And I think we'll talk about that at the end. Today we're going to review the 2-disc version because that's what we said we were going to buy. And I got a chance to listen to it. We're not going to really go over the mono original album, I think, because we kind of did that last week or 2 weeks ago. So we're going to go out the bonus tracks on the first CDs and the bonus tracks on the second CD and the stereo mix on the second CD. What do you want to start with? You just want to start with what we thought of the stereo album? Before bonus?
Let's do that. Yeah, I can pull that up. The first couple times I listened to it, I was listening to it in the car, and I really, really enjoyed the stereo side. I didn't think it was too, sometimes it could be really harsh or really dramatic, but no, I thought they nailed the mix, especially listening on a stereo. On headphones, there was a couple times where I thought it was like very unevenly mixed. I mean, obviously it's stereo, but there'd just be like a lot of something in one ear and like just little blips or whatever, little backward guitar noises in the one ear. And that kind of like could cause a little fatigue on the one ear. But no, I thought they did a great job. They nailed it.
I really enjoyed it yesterday. I had a chance to sit outside and have like a cigar and listen to it in stereo. And I got to listen to it again in stereo last night through headphones. And it's the first time I really, 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 since like listening to the Prophet song or something when I was a kid, like in the headphones, the Queen song or something like that, really was able to immerse myself into like a headphone situation. Because I'm a paranoid guy, I can't have noise cancellation, but I had some yesterday. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Things like what stuck out the most. Little things in Heinz Baked Beans, little things in Odorono, Harmony in the Sky, or I'm an Ear Sitting in the Sky, which we'll get into. Relax sounded really, really good.
Yes.
Sunrise sounded really, really good. And I have a bit of Real fatigue after this.
Yes.
But it sounded really good. I said the one thing I wasn't going to listen to was Real on this one just because I'm sick of it. But I was late getting into the skip button or whatever I was doing, and it really blew me away. It was really good.
Yes, it was very good. Oh, yeah.
So, and I don't know if this was the first time this was released on stereo. I don't know if it is.
I don't know either, but
Yeah, but it sounded.
I thought it was just. I mean, even something like Marianne with a shaky hand was just mixed well. You know,
Yeah.
you get the little scratcher guy in one ear, and it was nice.
And I think when I don't like stereo things, like when we were talking about "I'm a Boy" on Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy, I think that's because I'm not expecting it.
Yeah, or just probably like you're used to it being one way forever and ever and ever and always.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get this thing, and one person has bought this after one of our videos, I would buy it for the stereo mix alone. Honestly,
Yeah.
it was good. Let's get to the bonus tracks on the mono side.
Okay.
I mean, Pictures of Lily sounds like the Pictures in Lily I know and love.
Yeah, it feels like the only version I've ever heard, or like I know well.
Yeah, I love it. It's like one of their best songs ever. I haven't heard Doctor Doctor, I think, a lot, but I did like it.
Oh, I don't know. That's weird because I feel like I've heard that song a lot for some reason. I don't know if it was just. I love that song. That the whole falsetto part. Oh, great.
Yeah.
I wonder where I've listened to it a lot though, because I've heard that song a ton.
Yeah. But that's what we're doing. We're filling in holes of our Who knowledge, so I'm glad.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to fill this hole of our Who knowledge again, which we've already done on our show the last time, Under My Thumb.
Yeah.
It sounded clearer.
Yeah.
They sounded clearer, but it's still those versions of those songs. So, you know, we have
nothing special for me.
We have a whole Rolling Stones video. You can check that out. We talk about those in depth. By the way, I just want to thank everyone. The deluxe reissue videos are beating that all-time video that just required us talking smack about the Rolling Stones, so that's good. All the mixes of I Can See for Miles on this thing are pretty amazing.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
This single one...
It might be my least favorite mix.
This one right here?
They're all still very good, though.
Yeah.
There's just so much going on in this song for the mono. Like, it gets a little crowded, I think, in the headspace.
Sure.
But, yeah, no, I mean, all good.
But I think you can hear the bass better, separate better on this one. Yeah. Than the single one, anyway. Right. You can really... I heard the bass on a lot of tracks, especially Marianne with the shaky hand.
Yeah, in this version too, I'm not a huge fan of it. Like they took out an acoustic guitar part. The vocals aren't like doubled up or whatever. It just sounds a little flat, a little empty compared to like the regular album version.
Right on.
But the bass though is really nice and strong.
But is this the strong organ version? That's the later one, right?
I think it's a later one.
Yeah. Someone's Coming. It was another hole in my Who knowledge that I really enjoyed listening to. I really liked it. I could see listening to it a lot more.
Oh, yeah. I didn't care for it, honestly.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the end of the show. Thanks.
Yeah.
Never talking again. All right.
The next song, though, that's the next song I think we both agree on.
And this version of it. I mean, you know, it's one of the truly unreleased things here. This mono mix. I mean, I love Early Morning Cold Taxi.
Yeah.
I've referenced it on this show before. I haven't really talked about it, so I really wanted to put in thought what I liked about it. What do you like about Early Morning Cold Taxi?
I don't know. I was trying to pinpoint why I liked it. I don't know if it's just like a good little pop song, or if it's just recorded well, or I don't know, but I do enjoy that song a lot. It gets stuck in my head very easily. I don't know where I listened to it before as much as I did, but I've always enjoyed the song.
I did. I really thought about it. It really paints lyrically a very good picture. You can see everything that's happening. I imagine the singer as Roger Daltrey in the dippity-doo phase, in like a pea coat in the morning, just feeling bad about himself from a one-night stand. You know what I mean? And kind of being used and abused. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And being led on. It's always been very catchy. and I'm not sure. I think he has a co-writing credit on it, Roger Daltrey.
Hmm.
I could be wrong. I don't know. I should have looked it up. But yeah, and this unused Radio London ad before it is kind of cool. You know, as far as the extra unused ads, I'm kind of, you know.
There's one on here that I thought was worth putting on the album.
Which one was that?
Later on the mono side, Great Shakes.
Okay.
I enjoyed that. I thought that was good.
Just to mention, I've never been a big fan of Jaguar.
Nope.
Yeah. I'm really not a big fan of this tattoo.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it was
vocals were mixed low.
Yeah, really bassy. Real, early mix of Real, it was kind of not really doing it for me. It's not the reason I buy these things.
No, and I missed there was like some finesse in that version that I was missing.
Yeah.
It seemed a little rough, and I mean, obviously you can tell it was like a demo or early on, like give it a go kind of thing.
And some of this stuff is great for like total just completists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which in some way I am. And I will be getting the big box set, just, you know, not right away.
Right.
And you like the Sun Amps promos are cute.
Yeah. The little like catch line, like Sun equipment, it's blinking marvelous. Like, I don't know, didn't do anything for me, but I liked hearing them, and it was like, I thought it was very immersive to like kind of take you back in time to like hear maybe like a real proper radio ad, you know, for the album or whatever, and for the Sun equipment.
It's kind of weird that like they had all these extra like really good commercials that they didn't use towards the end of the album.
Oh, I mean, one of them would have made like a huge difference in the back half of that album.
Yeah. And you like the Great Shakes ad a lot?
I loved it. I don't know why. It just very rare. You don't get a ton of Keith, you know what I mean, in the grand scheme of things. And just to hear him talking and pitching some, you know, chocolate shakes and some vanilla strawberry shakes. Perfect.
Right on. All right, so
it's
now...
the ultimate...
Yeah.
Sorry. It's like the ultimate sellout. You know what I mean? Like, you don't ever fucking think of Keith Moon and milkshakes. It's just that guy pitching something that he has no reason to pitch.
Yeah, but like this whole thing is like they literally produced whole commercials just to get strings and stuff.
Yeah. But at least they use it. But like,
right.
You think Keith Moon's making milkshakes like in the back of the tour bus?
No, he's got Dougal to do that for him.
Yeah, there you go.
Dougal makes the shakes. All right, so now we're gonna do the bonus tracks on the stereo stuff.
Yeah.
The Real, Naive.
Yeah, I don't know.
On the 1995 one, there was like a Real 2 that had some more guitar things in it. This is fully choral. I actually liked it. I actually liked it a lot.
Yeah, very like churchy kind of part, you know, lots of organ, and yeah, it was, I could see where maybe it would like fit in like a very fleshed out version of like That Little World. It doesn't fit on the album, you know, but I think if Pete wanted to use that later on in Tommy or some other like side project or whatever, that would have been good.
The U.S. single version of Marianne with the Shaky Hand, the bass really got mixed well. You didn't think?
I mean, I think I got mixed well, but again, I don't like that version. Like, it's stripped down of guitar, stripped down of vocals and percussion. Like, it's just very dialed back.
Right on. Someone's Coming. Did we talk about Someone's Coming already? No.
Did we? No.
No, I did like this
no,
song.
it's on the mono side.
That's right. But this one has more horns.
Yeah, I like this mix a lot better, but I still don't like the song.
Right. This one's interesting, the Summertime Blues.
Yeah, I was surprised. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's a lot faster than the studio version we've been given before.
Yep.
And maybe I wouldn't have such a negative version, a negative taste in my mouth if this was the studio version I had heard before.
I 100% agree. Yeah, it's not my favorite song, but I enjoy this version a lot more.
Yeah. I love Glittering Girl. It's a great song.
Yes, very good song.
Once again, Early Morning Cold Taxi.
I thought it sounded a lot better stereo.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, definitely enjoyed that mix. It was really just opened it up a little bit and let it breathe.
Girl's Eyes, what do you think of that? I like Girl's Eyes.
Me too. I thought it was one of the ones that could have made the album. It held up, it was of that quality. It builds up nice. There's a nice little piano solo in the middle. Yeah, good song.
There's no Glow Girl on this, is there?
Mm-mm.
And that was on the 95, I think. Coke After Coke is, it's there for me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
John's bass, I liked his bass in that, and I liked the instrumental part of it, but that song, I don't know. Does it make me want to buy a Coke? Not really.
No. Not even the fun kind. Sodding About was really nice. I really liked it.
Yes. And again, that bass tone. Ooh.
And so much like the Ox Part 3 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It didn't fit the album, though. I'm glad it's not on there.
Right.
And I did, in my notes, I mentioned just like that droning, like, in the background. That was a little annoying, but
right.
I could listen to John Entwistle play bass all day. So.
But every time you get this vision of these 3 or 4 guys in a room, or Roger's not there or whatever, and just going for it, and just having fun, yeah. I love those tracks. That's why I like, the Ox so much and stuff like that.
Totally agree.
Things Go Better with Coke is just there.
I thought it was a better Coke ad than the first one.
Yeah.
Coke After Coke, but that's not saying much. Again, John's playing just nuts. Really good.
Yeah, but they pack these things with so much extra. There's so many more space. With digital, all of these 112 tracks are up on Spotify right now. I couldn't do all that right away. I did want to talk to you about it, but there's almost too much to talk about. Hall of the Mountain King, which I've heard before.
Yeah, I had heard this before. Is it on like Maximum R&B or something like that?
No, I don't. Yeah, I think so, but it could be wrong.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. Yeah.
I think it is. I just don't know where I would have heard it, but I definitely had heard it. It had been a while. Yeah, it's a fun little like thing. I can, they were probably messing around with in the studio, but yeah, I don't know where this would ever ended up in the catalog of the Who.
And I hate the ends of albums doing reviews like this, because the ends of the album sometimes leave me a little cold, like Jaguar and yet another version of Real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't have much to say about those.
No, yeah, I'm never gonna have anything to say about Jaguar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and listening to Real for the umpteenth time, just okay, yeah, I get it. And this is after we had already done a proper Who Sell Out album review a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
and there's
strung out on that one.
And there's like 4 versions on this double CD set alone, right?
Yeah. No, it's just like, okay, cool. And the differences are very minute. So, but yeah, no, I mean, it does feel weird to like end on this. I don't want to say negative energy, but just kind of like, oh yeah, whatever. But man, what a great album! What a great reissue! What a great mix! I put the stereo side in my CD player in my car and really just cranked it up, and like just diving into Armenia in the Sky was like, this is awesome.
And I want to reiterate what you said before and kind of what they said on the documentary. It's different than any other Who experience, right? Like, yeah. And it doesn't, the songs from it, except for maybe I Can See for Miles, it goes on like compilations or something. You're in this thing. And it's great. And the stereo mix of this is going to be my version of it that I listen to.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I don't, it's not an album you're just going to pick up and like, I like this song that like, again, I think it's one of those albums you just have to listen to start to finish. There's no other way to do it. Like, you can't just hit random and like, you could, I guess, but it sounds very right when you listen to it start to finish.
And Relax is so hippie.
Yes.
So hippie, which is not a bad thing. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just very. This is their like psychedelic thing. You know what I mean? They just very trippy kind of thing, and the clothes and the sounds and everything. Yeah, very unique, very different. I mean, I wasn't alive back then. I can't compare it to what else was coming out in the world, but I can imagine it was definitely on the forefront of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, they were listening. I think they said in the documentary they were listening to Sgt. Pepper a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know the timeline of that. I just know all that stuff was happening around the same time.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to watch the new Classic Albums documentary?
I did. Yeah, it was really good.
It was really good, and let's be honest here, okay? Like, I don't want to offend anyone, but we are in the second or third tier of Classic Album series of this, right?
Yeah.
Like, this thing has been going on for over 20 years now.
Yeah.
You know, so the first ones are all Dark Side of the Moon, Who's Next, you know, Led Zeppelin 4, or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Even so that the bigger bands started producing, like, their own, right? Like, there's no Tommy Classic Albums, but
The Who did it, yeah.
I guarantee you I have 8 CDs worth of Tommy Classic Albums that they produced somewhere.
Yep.
But it was really good to see.
I thought, yeah, the content was great. There wasn't much like recycled stuff that I'd seen before.
Right.
You know, and I thought it was just fun to hear people talk about how wonderful this album was and like how it's only gotten more classic over the, you know, since I think when it came out, it was kind of like, okay, cool, it's a fun idea, but like people look back at it now and go, yeah, whether it's some type of watershed moment or not, like it's very, very unique and very different and very well executed. For the time.
I guess the biggest, funniest thing was Speedy Keen saying, I'm an ear sitting in the sky.
Yeah.
Which was...
Pete's like, I think I like my version better.
Yeah. Pete's still very bitter about the performance of I Can See for Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it when Roger said, you either love The Who or you hate The Who. There's no sitting on the fence.
I agree. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, there's, yeah, it is very, very divisive band. Like, you're either all in or you're not. That's for damn sure.
I really, really, I didn't like the reenactment actors because that's like,
Ugh.
that's
Yeah, that was pretty cheesy.
that's very third tier Classic Album stuff. Like in those first ones, you don't have, you know, just to give us the pirate radio thing, you know, they didn't have reenactors for what was going on at the time. So I don't know why they've added that now.
Yeah, I didn't need to see that guy on the boat, like, changed up, you know, and here comes, you know, whatever. It's like, oh, my God.
But anytime they have someone like Roger Daltrey or anyone playing with the mixing board and they drop things out so you can hear it, I eat that stuff up. I love that stuff. I'll take that
All
stuff
of that,
today.
absolutely. The guy who did the album, who mixed the album, I guess, I can't remember his name right now, but there was a couple of times where he's like, I don't know, he'd be talking, he'd be kind of playing dumb or something. Be like, oh, you know, we kind of did this or this, and then there's the, you know, he just was very nonchalant about it, but like, I mean, just talk about some brilliant work, you know.
And I don't know if maybe that was just the guy that mixed it in 1995. That's what I got from him.
That's what I think too, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he just kind of seemed like he seemed like he didn't know anything about the album or how it was recorded or any of the tracks, but then he'd like, obviously knew every little detail about it.
Yeah. And they had one really, really young kid, like young DJ talking, and I was like, what do you... Okay, I'll have to look up your bona fides. I don't really know. So
I mean, I can't say shit. I sit here and spout stuff about the Who all goddamn day, and I've been, you know, I was born in 87.
Right. I mean, I think we did it. I think we like the Who Sell Out. I think you should get a copy, especially the stereo, you know?
Yeah, if you're into it, definitely check it out. But if you're, like, kind of, and I hate saying on the fence about it, but if, you know, you already own it and you don't think you need it again, watch that documentary and then tell me you don't go pick up that album, go listen to it, because I watched it Friday night, Saturday night, one of those nights, and then like the next day I listened to the whole album, probably on my way to work or something, and just was like, yeah, this is like just a couple little more details I knew about it, or little facts, or any of that stuff. I listened to it even with a little bit more appreciation.
Yeah, man, buy the Who Sell Out, you know.
Definitely.
One thing I did not buy, I'm very proud to say, was a can of beans. If people got their cans of beans, congratulations. You know, if I had known they were only $8, I probably would have. I don't want to sit here and act like I wouldn't have, but they sold out. It was kind of weird to see those. You know.
It sold out fast too.
They sold out very fast. I didn't even know how many they had. I didn't pay attention.
I don't know, but I got I saw it later in the day, maybe an hour or two after it had come out, and I was like, oh, I'll go check it out, whatever. It's one of those dumb things I don't mind having on the shelf, and it was sold out. I was like, all right, well, never mind.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where I'm never buying a can of beans. That's stupid. And 2 hours later, I'm like looking at the website. Are there any beans available? I mean, that's going to do it for the Who Sell Out. We've already ranked it in our ranker, which, you know, we're woefully deficient on 3 albums, I think, on the ranker that we'll have to get to eventually. But like I said, we are taking a little break, but please keep commenting. We share it with each other. We try to get back to you. We're making lists of ideas to come back and hopefully do some one-shots here and there. Of course, if there's some Who news, we're going to come back. We're just taking a little summer break. If everyone loves me so very much that they want to hear me talk about my favorite TV show, The Leftovers, I'm doing a rewatch every Sunday night, so you can get in contact and I can tell you where to find that. But besides that, Tom, thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, man, thank you.
And yeah, man, that's it. Hopefully we'll see you guys. Maybe if there's tour news, we'll see you guys really soon. But, you know, holding our breath, right? Yeah, right. All right, guys, see you later.